Melody, Shari, and Drew Sidora just created something that has fans looking beyond the bottle. At first glance, it looks like another celebrity fragrance launch. Beautiful packaging, luxury-inspired scents, promotional photos, and a collaboration between two reality TV personalities. But the deeper you look into the meaning behind this collection, the more it becomes clear that this is not only about smelling good. This is about survival. This is about two women who watched some of the hardest chapters of their personal lives unfold in front of millions of viewers, and now they are turning those experiences into a message of strength. The collection is called Still Standing, and the names of the fragrances immediately caught people's attention. Still Her, The Comeback, and The Other Side. But why these names? Why now? And why are fans saying this collaboration represents much more than beauty? Because behind every fragrance is a story about identity, rebuilding, and what happens when someone goes through public struggles but refuses to let those struggles define them. And what happened next changed the conversation around this entire launch. Melody, Shari Rogers, and Drew Sidora have officially joined forces for a fragrance collaboration that is already creating conversation among reality TV fans. Known for their appearances on popular reality shows, both women have experienced moments where their personal lives became major topics of discussion. Melody became a familiar face to viewers through Love and Marriage, Huntsville, where fans followed not only her career growth, but also the challenges surrounding her relationship, divorce, and journey toward rebuilding her life. Drew Sidora, known from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, also experienced a very public relationship struggle, with her marriage challenges becoming a major part of her reality TV storyline. Now, instead of focusing only on what happened during those difficult seasons, both women are highlighting what came afterward. Their new collection, Still Standing, is built around the idea that people can experience heartbreak, criticism, stress, and uncertainty but still find a way to move forward. The collaboration includes 3 different fragrance experiences. Still Her, representing confidence and knowing your worth. The Comeback, representing rebuilding and creating a stronger future. The Other Side, representing peace after difficult moments and finding yourself again. For fans who have followed both women's journeys, the message behind the collection feels personal, but this collaboration also raises a bigger question. Are Melody and Drew simply launching a beauty product? Or are they creating a brand built around their personal transformations? To understand why this fragrance collaboration has connected with so many viewers, it is important to look at the stories behind the women creating it. For years, Melody Shari has been more than just a reality TV personality. She has built an identity as an entrepreneur, creative, and businesswoman while navigating some very public personal challenges. During her time in the spotlight, viewers watched her relationship struggles become a major conversation among reality TV audiences. Her divorce, co-parenting journey, and efforts to rebuild her life were all topics discussed by fans online and through the show's storylines. But one thing that remained consistent was Melody's focus on moving forward. Instead of allowing one difficult chapter to define her entire story, she continued building her businesses, exploring new opportunities, and creating a brand centered around independence and confidence. That message is a major part of what Still Her represents. The idea is simple. Even after criticism, disappointment, or major life changes, a person can still reconnect with who they truly are. Drew Sidora's journey has also played out publicly. As a cast member on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, viewers witnessed the challenges she faced in her personal life and marriage. Her experiences became part of her reality TV story, bringing conversations about relationships, emotional struggles, and starting over. Like Melody, Drew's story has included moments where fans watched her navigate uncertainty while trying to find a new direction. That is why the theme of rebuilding is such an important part of this collaboration. The Comeback is not simply a fragrance name. It represents the idea that setbacks do not have to be the final chapter. Both women are taking experiences that were once sources of public discussion and transforming them into something connected to confidence, growth, and personal identity. And that transformation is exactly why fans are paying attention. Because in reality television, audiences often see the conflict, the arguments, and the difficult moments. But this collection focuses on something viewers do not always get to see. What happens when someone decides to rebuild after everything falls apart? And that is where this fragrance collaboration takes on a much deeper meaning. The launch of the Still Standing collection immediately caught attention because of the message behind the names. This was not presented as just another celebrity beauty product. Instead, Melody Shari and Drew Sidora positioned this collection as a reflection of personal journeys, moments where life changed, challenges appeared, and they had to find their way forward. The first fragrance, Still Her, represents the idea of remaining connected to yourself even after difficult experiences. For many fans who have followed Melody's journey, this message feels closely connected to the way she has presented herself publicly over the years. Viewers watched her go through seasons where her personal life became heavily discussed. She experienced major changes, faced criticism from different sides, and had to redefine who she was outside of a relationship. The meaning behind Still Her focuses on something many people can relate to, not allowing outside opinions or difficult moments to erase your identity. Then comes the comeback. This fragrance represents rebuilding. It reflects the idea that sometimes life does not go according to plan, but a person can still create a new chapter. For both Melody and Drew, this theme connects strongly with their reality TV journeys. Reality television often captures people during their most emotional moments. Viewers see disagreements, relationship problems, and personal struggles. But what audiences do not always see is the process that happens afterward, the rebuilding, the growth, and the decisions people make when the cameras are no longer focused on the hardest moments. That is what makes the comeback such an important part of the collection. It is about transformation. And then there is the other side. This fragrance focuses on reaching a place of peace after difficult seasons. The message behind it speaks to people who have dealt with stress, emotional challenges, uncertainty, or moments where they had to fight to find themselves again. During conversations about the collection, Melody shared that the fragrances represent different stages of overcoming challenges, knowing who you are, working through your comeback, and eventually reaching the other side. The collaboration was also highlighted through social media announcements, promotional content, and conversations where both women explained the deeper meaning behind the project. Fans noticed that the timing of this partnership felt intentional. Both Melody and Drew are women whose personal stories have been discussed publicly. Instead of allowing those conversations to only focus on past struggles, they are now connecting those experiences with entrepreneurship and personal branding. The business side of this launch is also important. Celebrity collaborations in beauty are nothing new, but the strongest ones usually succeed when they have a story behind them. A fragrance is something personal. People often connect scents with memories, emotions, and different chapters of their lives. By attaching each fragrance to a different emotional message, Melody and Drew are creating something that goes beyond simply promoting a product. They are selling a feeling. A reminder that difficult chapters do not have to become the final chapter. However, as expected with any reality TV collaboration, not everyone had the same reaction. And that is where the fan conversation became even more interesting. After Melody and Drew announced the Still Standing collection, fans quickly began sharing their opinions online. Many viewers praised the collaboration because they felt the message represented something bigger than reality TV drama. Some fans connected with the idea of turning difficult experiences into motivation. They pointed out that both women have gone through highly public moments where their personal lives became entertainment for audiences. From their perspective, seeing them create something focused on confidence and rebuilding shows another side of their stories. Instead of only being remembered for conflicts or relationship challenges, fans believe this collection highlights growth. Some viewers especially connected with the names of the fragrances. Still Her resonated with people who believe maintaining your identity during difficult times is important. The comeback connected with those who understand what it means to start over. And the other side represented the hope that difficult seasons eventually pass. But, as always, reality TV discussions are rarely one-sided. Some viewers questioned whether collaborations like this are becoming a common way for reality stars to transform personal struggles into business opportunities. They debated whether the emotional connection behind the products makes them more meaningful, or whether it is simply a smart branding strategy. And honestly, both perspectives show why this type of project gets attention. In today's entertainment world, audiences do not only follow celebrities for their shows anymore. They follow their businesses, social media pages, personal brands, and the ways they reinvent themselves. A reality TV star's journey does not end when a season ends. The audience continues watching what happens next. For Melody, continuing to build her entrepreneur image has become an important part of her public identity. For Drew, this collaboration represents another step in creating opportunities beyond the challenges viewers have seen on television. The bigger conversation is about control of the narrative. For years, reality TV personalities often have their stories shaped by edited episodes, public opinions, and online discussions. But projects like this allow them to tell their own version of the story. They decide what message they want people to remember. Not just the difficult moments, not just the controversies, but also the rebuilding that follows. Of course, fans will continue debating whether this partnership is the perfect match, but one thing is clear: the collaboration created conversation. And in the world of reality television, getting people to talk is often the first step toward building a lasting brand. The real story may not simply be about 3 new fragrances. It may be about 2 women taking control of the chapters that once defined them. Melody Shari and Drew Sidora have both experienced moments where their personal lives became public conversations. Millions of viewers watched pieces of their struggles unfold. But the Still Standing collection shifts the focus from what happened to what came afterward. It represents resilience. It represents rebuilding. And most importantly, it represents the idea that people are more than their hardest moments. A divorce, a public disagreement, criticism, or a difficult season may become part of someone's story, but it does not have to become the entire story. That message appears to be the foundation of this collaboration. The collection is about recognizing who you are, finding your strength again, and moving forward with a new sense of confidence. Whether fans support the fragrances because of the message, the personalities behind them, or simply the business opportunity, the conversation proves something important. People are interested in transformation. They want to see what happens after the struggle. They want to see how someone rebuilds. And that may be the biggest reason this collaboration has connected with so many viewers. Because at its core, Still Standing is not only about perfume. It is about survival, growth, and the next chapter. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Melody Shari and Drew Sidora's Still Standing collection is a powerful way to turn personal experiences into inspiration? Do you believe the message behind fragrances like Still Her, The Comeback, and The Other Side connects with fans? And after everything both women have been through publicly, do you think this represents a completely new chapter in their careers? Share your thoughts in the comments, because I want to know how you see this collaboration. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Celebrity Creativity, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest reality TV stories, celebrity updates, and social media drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.